In today's video, we're going to look at the overall market once again. And as y'all see on the title, there is a massive drop that is coming really soon, all right? So we're going to look at some stocks where the opportunity lies to make some money to the downside. I'm also going to be doing an update on some of the stocks that I've mentioned in the last video. Alright, y'all, let's dive into the charts right off the bat. We got the SPY, and so far, it's still weak. The indices are still weak. There is a little bit of space at the bottom, all right, and there is that gap to be filled on the left. It still hasn't gotten filled yet, all right. If we go onto the 5-minute, we can see in detail what happened today. Today, we saw a big flush out the gates to retest the previous lows. All right, the market was kind of generous to anybody who were long from here, who didn't cover down here. All right, the market was generous enough to give them a second chance to pretty much collect that money before the pullback, and then followed by another drop. This is a bear flag. We have the break of the bear flag, very nasty retest, very choppy, right? And now we're continuing downward. This is a bearish situation. It's right at the bottom of the gap. The gap is gonna get taken care of tomorrow, but I think we can go even lower. And I have reasons to believe that we could go lower right now. We're going to look at QQQ because QQQ already took care of its gap. So this is QQQ, and that gap was taken care of yesterday right here, but there are more gaps to fill. So this is the 426 level, all right, and we breached below it. Again, bears are still in control. We're gonna go on the left hand sides, and we're going to look at this one. The next gap that is in the way is the one at 407. Okay, a lot of the like I always say before, the majority of stocks, at least 90% of all gaps, get filled at some point in time, and I don't know when that is going to get filled. I don't know when. That I can tell you right now. We have to get more structures to determine almost when we're gonna get there. But as of right now, I do expect a drop. I will be surprised if we feel that thing tomorrow. I think it would be awesome, honestly, if you ask me. But we'll still have to monitor and to find new structures, to take new entries, to make some money as everything drops. Now let's look at the VIX. And the VIX right now is at 18. It didn't really move, even though the market QQQ closed a little bit lower. But tomorrow, especially with the way the indices are right now, if you look on the left side right here, it says negative 0.56. Tomorrow, we can see a break above 1950. Just a big push high like this, and they'll close above $20 to lead us into next week. All right, again, the sell-off, I think it's gonna last for quite a bit of time. I thought it was gonna last and just be done this week, but the market didn't drop aggressively enough, and now that I've just shown y'all the gaps at 407, I think it might take a sweet time before we see any type of significant bounce. Okay, so just be ready, be on the lookout. Now, the first stock that I want y'all to keep in your watchers for tomorrow, this stock reported earnings and they crushed earnings. That's great, they crushed earnings, but the reaction is what we're into. The reaction to the earnings report is what we are after as traders. And as you can see, this one turned out to be negative. The stock was, before the negative drop, it actually showed a structure right here. Just a descending triangle on the chart, cooking, and finally they beat on the EPS, and they also beat on the sales. but the stock still drops, and that actually happens. That's just the way the market is. The reaction validated the structure, and typically what happens next is a fade all the way down. This is a big move that's going to happen. All right, a big move. It looks kind of small right now because of this huge whipsaw, but if you actually zoom in, it's a big move, and the contracts, the put options at least, are going to provide a lot of opportunity to make some money. All right, both sides are going to get crushed. This is an IV crushed. This is an IV crush, meaning the calls are going to get annihilated, definitely going to get annihilated. The out of the money puts are also going to get annihilated and going to get very, very cheap, right? So watch Netflix for a drop to $560 tomorrow. I think it's going to happen. Again, the first 5 minutes is key. I always tell you guys, watch out for that. Now, the next one that we're gonna look at, that one is gonna be more of an update. I've been sharing with you guys Uber for quite some time, right? And Uber finally had its big drop below 73 yesterday. Big drop. This is when we took a day trade on SPY until noon. This one also kind of followed that move. So if you just had puts on anything, most things yesterday, you should have made money and capitalized on the contracts, at least the contracts that expires on Friday, just like these ones also. All right, now it's not done yet. The green circle is right there, so it's behaving on time. The timing I got right, and it's moving on point. So if you have it, congratulations on making money on Uber. And I believe tomorrow you're about to get paid some more as the stock continues to collapse. Watch it for a drop to 69. All right, now the next one that we're going to look at in today's video, we have to look at Amazon. All right, and Amazon, I shared this one with you guys yesterday. I saw somebody complaining in the comment section about me being wrong when Amazon pushed up here, right, and taking an L. Again, it's, how do I say this? It's trading can be tough sometimes, and it doesn't always play out exactly how it's supposed to play out. But in this situation, if you were a bit more patient, right? If you're a bit more patient, they continue to hold, or if you got a better entry and didn't just jump out the gates with put options on this one. If you got a better entry, which means a better entry would have been like up here or even right here after the full rejection of that move for the way down. Price target that I gave you guys for Amazon is $164 by Friday. And since Netflix tanked, and since this one didn't get down to 170, it's not even there yet. It has room. I think it can go lower. I think it's going to get there. It might even open at 174 tomorrow and drop even lower to 172. But for now, I'm just gonna say 174. So watch it for a drop. Now the next one, this is an update on the airlines. ALK. The structure on this one was a bit sus for me, but it actually turned out well for anybody who decided to go long on it. The bull flag was there. I personally thought it was a bit suspect, but it played out well. Eventually that gap is gonna get filled, but not until it plays a whole lot of games for quite some time. Right, it's going to move sideways, maybe even drop to $42 for maybe like for a week or two before breaking above $45. I don't think it's going to break above 46 tomorrow because of the market conditions and because of how that whole day was after earnings. There is that big wick right there is just in the way. So set an alert up here at 46. Eventually it's going to ring, and when it does, that will probably be the moment that the stock will want to decide to take care of the gap above. And that will probably happen when after, like way after, not way after, but yeah, maybe way after the overall market have bottomed and we're ready for another move higher. All right, right now we are kind of in a bearish situation. The bears are in control. Everything is falling. Everything is crashing. Money to be made is on puts, right? Put options. So just be patient, especially with this one, and pick your entries wisely. All right, so just set an alert there and just wait for the bell to ring. Do nothing. The next one that we gotta look at, or the last stock to look at today, is the other stock that I shared with you guys to make some money on, Oracle. All right, it's really close to the green circle. Really close. Congratulations if you made money on Oracle. Very simple setups, very simple outcomes. Okay, the gap on the left is almost getting filled. Tomorrow it should definitely drop to 114 and maybe stagnate or maybe even go lower, but I think that bell is going to ring tomorrow. So that's my honest thoughts on all of these stocks, and that is the end of the video. Do not forget to annihilate the like button. As always, remember I make these videos from Sunday to Thursday at exactly 10 p.m. Eastern time. So definitely click on that subscribe button and click on the notification bell. That way YouTube notifies you when I release these videos. If you'd like to be part of a private Discord community where you can get all of this information in real time as I see them, you can find that as the first link in the description of the video below. Don't forget to follow me on social media at Paul Nguma and at Patternology Lab on Instagram and on X. And lastly, to get some free stocks with webull, you can use the third link in the description of the video below. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is Patternology Lab, where we trade patterns and patterns only. And I will see all of you in Sunday night's video.